Hey, what's good, guys? This is Order of Opinion. I'm your host, Anthony. This is my co-host, Tim. That son of a bitch.
What's good, guys?
And if you're tuning in, today we are going to be continuing our ranking and breakdowns of the Star Wars universe, the SWU, not a Law and Order fucking... But yeah, the
Dick
SW...
Wolf is not producing us.
The SW... No, we're ranking and breaking down all the movies. We've already done 2 episodes before. That was episode 25 and 26. Check it out. I'll just fucking say it. It's Attack of the Clones and Phantom Menace.
Yeah,
check it out.
It's no secret.
And then Rogue One is episode 24. So check those 3 out. This is... Oh, wait. Excuse me. Yes. This is episode 27 now.
Correct.
I'm the only relevant person with the list as far as that goes. Because I'm the host. Just fucking around, but... I'm the host, and I'll be giving my scores out of 10 for each movie.
With decimals.
With fucking decimals. If it's good enough for fucking figure skating and javelin throwing, it's good enough for me.
Yeah, if you
Actually,
can
I
ride
don't know
some
if they go by the
skis
decimal.
with a gun.
Maybe Nordic skiing, yeah.
Yeah, well, they have a gun on their back, they're riding some fucking skis, and they're shooting shit. That's pretty fucking Olympic.
The co-host, Tim, will be giving his scores and rankings as well, as if you care. We're going to keep switching off. If you're listening on iTunes, fucking subscribe. Put your fucking settings where it automatically fucking updates. Or automatically downloads.
Or just stream it
or
on
just fucking
silent.
download. Or just stream it and stop and then fucking stream it again 20 minutes later. And do that 100 million times and just blow up our fucking downloads. That's no secret. But we're also on Soundcloud. Follow and fucking listen there. If you want.
And Stitcher, if you can
and
figure
Stitcher,
that one out.
fucking half radio, whatever the fuck that is.
It's a fucking app only, too, which pisses me off, so fuck Stitcher, right?
And, yeah, you can find our release schedule for this series on Twitter. You can follow us there. All the descriptions, all the links and shit are in the descriptions. All that shit. All that good shit, if that's good to you. Also, all of our episodes get posted on Twitter also.
Sometimes on time.
Sometimes on time. And on Facebook also. Fucking like that shit. And I keep saying we're gonna get it popping, but I don't
think I understand Facebook enough to get it popping. Maybe you guys can get it popping for us and fucking add us.
Yeah.
We're not gonna find you. We don't know who the fuck you are.
Yeah. And you can check out our old shit also, because apparently we dropped them fucking way too radically. Episodes 1 through 14, we did the whole Marvel universe, MCU, the cinematic universe, so check that out. And Harry Potter, 15 through 23. So check that bullshit out. It's not bullshit, actually. We put a lot of fucking time into it and, kind of cared.
Yeah.
As much as you can care. But if you go on Twitter and shit, you can see our shitty fucking computer skills. Those are the flyers. That's the release schedules. So you read that shit, you'll kind of get a timely release. We've already fucking revised the time. So, just look out. So, all that bullshit being said, my number 6 movie? No, it's 5 movie. Yeah. Excuse me. My number 5 movie. We'll go over our list at the end, too, in case you fucking are confused what the fuck is going on if you've just tuned in. We'll give our scores at the end. And like I said, check out the old episodes. They go in order. So you kind of figure that out.
Don't be fucking stupid. Jesus.
Number 5, for me, the number 5 movie in the Star Wars universe, not including Rogue One, is A New Hope. For me.
I had it at 5
I gave it a
well.
6.2.
6.2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had it at 5 as well. I gave it a 6.5, though. It was like the most bearable thing to watch in the world.
Definitely more bearable than fucking Attack of the Clones.
I think it might be the most watchable out of all of them. Like, you can just sit there and zone out and you'll still get the story.
Yeah.
Because there's no talking.
Like, you could be stoned on 14 edibles and fucking wax.
Yeah, just do a gram of wax before you fucking watch this movie.
And
It'll still be cool.
You'll just zone out, and you could even go through periods of time in this movie not paying attention, and you'll still understand the plot.
Because it's not hard.
Although, weird as it is, it's still introducing everything with all this exposition, with all the Jedi shit. But where I think this one benefits is there isn't that much Jedi shit. It's just a little,
or not really,
sprinkle here with Luke, and he's just floating his fucking sword around that's white. I don't know how that's a blue lightsaber, but he's just flicking his fucking lightsaber around.
I like when he turns it on, they have to cut the film and bring it back in for whatever fucking dildo stick they were editing to make it bright.
Right? And think about Luke, too. Like, his character, to me, is like a kid where all of his friends went off to college, and he got stuck at home working part-time job, working at community college, like taking care of his aunt or some shit. And he just smokes hella fucking pot. Like, that's all he does. And he's just
a whiny bitch.
He's just a whiny bitch because he's always pissed off that he hasn't gone off to college. Like, he realizes that his life sucks.
He's like, dude, this planet... Like, when C-3PO asked him, he's like, this planet fucking sucks, bro. He's like, this is the actual butthole of the universe. And it was a dry, sandy butthole filled with butthole people.
Yeah.
But, I mean, his character is that of...
and they drink, weird, like, wet cement.
Yeah, that shit
what the
was
hell
like
is that?
Blue jizz.
It was gray.
Gray jizz? I don't fucking know. Blue-gray jizz. Like alien piss. That's what they drank. It's fucking...
Well, and every alien in Star Wars is a scumbag in this movie. Which is where I think New Hope is way better to me than the prequels, the first two prequels especially. It's not this, like, hierarchy, priesty shit. It's old school, grimy. Everyone's a scumbag. Everyone's talking shit to each other. No one likes each other. Everyone could get blasted at any moment, and no one will fucking care.
Dude, even he threatens C-3PO with the fucking Chewbacca. He's like, yo, I know that's your joy, but that thing will fuck you up if you try to win.
He'll rip out your fucking wires that's exposing. You have a fucking robot belly button, you weird-ass motherfucker.
Right?
And like, that's what what you're saying about Chewbacca. Like, Chewbacca's just a cranky fucking douchebag.
He is.
That's all he is.
That's why he's not graying a little bit, because he's basically an old man.
And Han Solo just talks shit to him the whole time. He's like, you fucking coward.
Right? That's what he says. And Han Solo, like, just their dynamic is great.
Yeah.
Not just between him and Chewbacca, but all of them. Like, when you see them freeing Leia and they're in a fucking...
She's a cunt.
She's a cunt, but they're being shot at and they're all just hating on each other.
Yeah, the whole time.
For being idiots. And they are idiots.
Well, because Han Solo isn't the worst idiot in movies, maybe. In cinema.
Yeah, he's like, wait, I want 10 up front. Wait, 2 up front and maybe 15? I'll do it.
It's like, bro, you don't get the gist there. He's probably going to die. He probably went there knowing he was going to die.
He's playing
you fucking idiot.
He's a Jedi. Well, maybe the Jedi mind trick worked. Maybe.
Well, if like you were telling me this last night, like, essentially, he just thinks he's going to pull licks on everybody. Like, he just gets blinded by, like, he's like Eddie from fucking Ed, Ed and Eddie. He's like, I'm going to get my fucking jawbreaker, pay off fucking Jabba the Hutt, and hopefully I can keep my ship. He won't fucking rape me with Guido's fucking weird ass, right?
Right? Which, I mean, for being PG, there is a lot of weird shit. Speaking of Guido fucking getting a hole blasted in his chest and a Wookiee violence, some dude getting his arm fucking cut off, countless people dying.
Ball sacks for chins, tumors.
So it's a real time capsule of the fucking 70s, essentially.
Well, yeah. And like what I was saying about Solo, like, he just thinks he's going to get over, so he gets blinded by it. He's like, yeah, I'm going to get over. Yeah, what the fuck, yeah.
He does it again with Leia.
And he's like, yeah.
They're like, she'll give you money. He's like, how much?
He just gets manipulated by it.
Yeah,
like, he's like, oh, fuck, a lick? Like, I can't pass that up. Because he knows he's a scumbag. That's the only way he'll make money his whole life.
He doesn't even get a number. He's just like, how much? A lot. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I've seen a lot of money before. Just like, no, she's got a lot.
And he just hates on everybody. Han Solo's just like, if you have something to say, if it's good, he's just going to talk shit about it and be like, well, I don't give a fuck. I'm about that money, bro.
He does hate on everything. He hates on her for being a princess. He hates on the droids for being, like, droids, essentially.
He just makes fun of Chewie all the time.
He makes fun of Jedis. Just for being Jedis.
Yeah. He doesn't believe in religion or any, like, living organism around him having some sort of energy that could affect the Earth.
And he thinks he's the shit.
The systems.
Yeah. Bro, and he comes
and yeah, you're right. He thinks he's the shit. He's a conceited dickhole.
But he has consistently bad ideas.
Yeah.
Like, he shoots a dude in the middle of a bar and is, like, just walking back to his ship like no one will fucking know. And he almost gets clapped off.
Here's the new age Blu-ray CGI fucking Jabba the Hutt.
God.
Tell me to okay.
I wish I could find the VHS, but that's impossible these days. Because that Blu-ray fucking sucked.
My question is, why don't people just kill Jabba the Hutt?
Yeah,
like, he seems like such a fucking asshole that no one likes him.
Bro, did you see how strapped up he was, though?
With other people.
Yeah, but
he's not strapped up.
He's like fucking the Godfather, bro. He's just so fat and lazy, but he's got so much fucking dough and like 3 kids that are ruthless.
So that was my question. Like, I get his principality, like, but he already sent a hit. So you're assuming he paid something up front.
Maybe, or he was just like, well, he's dead, so I guess he can't get the money, right?
Maybe, but what I'm saying is he's talking to Han as if, like, all right, 15% more, whatever you owed him. I don't even remember.
Right?
How's that really going to help in the long run if you just pay that much dough to, like, kill him, to keep him alive again?
He didn't necessarily put out a hit. He just put a bounty on his head, so you have to imagine you have to, like, kill him first.
Get him first, right?
Yeah. And dude, that's what
Jabba
was Jabba, like, not
Jabba's like, all right, I win either way. Dude dies and fucking, or I get my more money. You know?
Right?
It's...
And Han Solo, speaking on that, so he screws him over. He's honestly trying to screw them all over.
Yeah.
Like, at one point. And the only good decision he makes is coming back. And, I mean, for him, arguably, later on, that's not really a great decision. Like,
because they're gangsters.
Because they're gangsters, right?
Which is everyone in Star Wars. They're even the Empire, they're all gangsters,
They're
bro.
fucking thugs. Dude, Darth Vader fucking is, like, literally, he's just like, if you disrespect his boss, he's gonna fucking clap you. He's just gonna hurt you.
He's gonna choke you to death.
He's the muscle, which I guess
he'll crack your neck in front of everybody. And he in this one too, doesn't it feel like Darth Vader like talks like a prick? Like,
he
he's
says
just sort
a
of
lot
like
of
prick.
like shit that's hella fucked up to people, like just to be a
He tortured his own daughter. He knew she was his daughter.
Did he?
Maybe he didn't.
I have no clue.
Well, he knew Luke. How did he know Luke?
Didn't he send them to Alderaan? So yeah, maybe he wasn't even trying to torture
No,
her.
remember?
This
if
is
you
prequel.
go off the prequels, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you go off the prequels, I don't remember him being there for their names, but I'm assuming they probably talked about their names. And probably somebody knows that, like some fucking Star Wars fan that's listening is like, Jar Jar Binks is a Sith and fucking Yoda's not a Filipino man. I can prove that.
He's actually from a swamp planet, okay?
So he's Filipino.
Yeah, he makes counterfeit guns in the jungle.
He probably paddle boated his way to Jedi Academy. But,
with his books and bags.
Yeah, well, essentially he was living on like a graveyard site in the swamp.
Well, at that point, yeah, I mean, it's a deal.
We'll get to that. New Hope.
Fuck it.
New Hope. No Yoda yet.
Yeah.
I think where this, like I said, where this movie benefits is why I liked Rogue One a lot. There isn't much like bullshit Jedi shit.
No.
I actually didn't mind that the Jedi shit was all exposition.
But it wasn't even a lot of exposition. It was more of like...
that scene with Obi-Wan telling him,
But he only told him one thing. He asked what the Force was, and he was like...
he went on.
Yeah, we'll do that. The Force, and he's like, well, who's my dad? He's like, your dad died.
Obi-Wan's a prick.
Everything else was instruction, though.
Obi-Wan's a prick.
He's a
jackass.
He fucking thinks that you can just yell at people and they'll fucking run away, which apparently they do. That was some crazy shit. They call him a wizard.
The Asian mountain man?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the fucking sand people.
Oh, yeah.
Which I thought they were Tusken Raiders, but in this they just literally call them sand people.
Right?
Whatever.
And the way Luke said it, too. He's like, those sand people.
He's the same with the Jawas. He's like, you trying to get over on me?
He was like, oh, sand people. Master, what should I do next?
They're all dicks. Fucking, and they all make bad decisions.
Yeah.
Literally, all of them make a bad decision. It's how they end up there. Well, so...
The only thing she didn't suck with was putting it in R2, because R2 is apparently a beast as far as droids go.
Well, that's the main... They're the main characters.
And I think that's what you have to kind of give a lot of credit to the movie for, is they characterize droids for like 20 minutes of the movie.
More than that.
That is the start of the franchise.
Was droids.
Well,
not just that, but...
So...
Think about it. They made those two droids. They're the main characters. They save everyone.
Yeah.
They fucking push the mission. They actually... fucking get through.
You're right. Remember, I was telling you yesterday, like, bro, he saved Star Wars. C-3PO.
Yeah.
All of Star Wars could have died. Han Solo, Leia, Luke. They could have died in a fucking trash compactor, and he saved the day.
Essentially,
And all that was happening was Luke was like, C-3PO, where are you? My wiener's gonna get smashed before I fuck my sister.
And Han Solo has the dumb idea.
I was gonna get the power converters. Now I'm gonna go hit my bull.
Right? He was like
I can only afford $10 a week, man. Living on the fucking farm. His fucking uncle's growing pot, and it's shitty pot. It's fucking seeds and stems. That's why Luke's always pissed off. He's smoking stress all day.
Well, that's what I get. He's like, yeah, well, we have to do fucking this next season, man. This next season, we got it. That's like the classic lower middle class fucking like failing business dad telling his kid not to go to college.
Right? And the mom's even like, can you just like let him go? I look at him. His hair is getting weirder and feathery every day. I think he went to the fucking Star Wars Hot Topic. He looks like a fucking weirdo.
Right? I'm surprised he's still wearing a white fucking jumpsuit.
And why are we drinking this fucking cement?
Well, it's like, he literally tells him, he's like, all my friends have gone.
Yeah.
He's sitting there and he's like, fine, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go down, I'm going to tinker with these fucking sex bots we bought. Yeah.
And if they're have jizz in it, you just got to deal with it. I'm not cleaning it out.
He walks away.
Let me flail my hair around.
But Luke has a hard
I'll take his stoner hair over Anakin's rat tail, though.
But I'll take his stoner hair over his eventual bowl cut in Return of the Jedi. Because that is emo Luke. Lost a hand, fucking green lightsaber, fucking all black, bowl haircut.
But just to speak on, like, the goodness of the movie, right? I like the sets. When you watch the prequels and you watch this, you're like, oh my god, this is so much better. It's just, like, dirtier.
Yeah, stormtroopers have dirt on them.
Yeah, well, not just that. Like, when they're in the cantina and shit, just kind of the fuzziness of the 70s just kind of makes that look cooler for some reason.
And they actually portrayed scumbags.
Yeah.
Like, in that term of dirty, too. Like, they're
That's
all
true.
fucking scumbags.
Like I said, yeah, because the prequels is all just priesty British bullshit all of a sudden.
And this was like a cowboy fucking shoot 'em up, like, get the mission done.
It's a fucking cowboy movie. They're standing there shooting each other. I was in a Western films class when I was in college, right? And you watch all the old Western films that you never think you'd ever watch in your life. And it's literally just them standing, shooting, pow, 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 hiding behind a wagon, pow, 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 hiding behind a wagon. That's what this was. They were towards the end, they're trying to escape, and Luke's like trying to save Leia, and she's like trying to suck his brother dick, you know?
Yeah.
It's a fucking cowboy movie. They're just standing there shooting each other. For some reason, that's more riveting than half of the shit in Attack of the Clones.
Well, think about fucking when they're in the ship, the Millennium Falcon. When they're in the Millennium Falcon and they're shooting the TIE fighters, it's the exact same thing. It's things flying by, oh, we're going to miss a couple times. Things flying by, oh, we're going to miss a couple times. Oh, we got one. There's still fucking 3 more, and we'll stretch this out for 10 more minutes.
Right?
Like, okay.
Yeah, but that's why it's easy to watch. Well, yeah,
it flies the fuck by. The action flies the fuck by.
Yeah.
The dialogue, there isn't a lot of it, really.
And the characters keep you throughout the story. They keep you interested.
Especially by being dicks.
Because they're all dicks. Luke's always complaining about something. He
has a tough run of it. He literally goes out, he loses a droid, and so he comes back, and his fucking parents are dead. Well,
that's how you know he's a Jedi, because how did he handle that? He sort of just sucked it up. It was like, hey, I want to go with you and be a Jedi.
Yeah, he wasn't
like going for revenge or anything. He was just like, I'll be a Jedi now. And he doesn't say I'll be a Jedi like to stop this kind of like shit from going on.
No, he's just like, I guess
I got nothing, bro. Like all the pot burned down. I can't get high anymore, so I might as well be a fucking Jedi and hope I don't get raped by you. At least I'm old enough to fucking fend you off from raping me. And Obi-Wan's like, come here, my son.
Right? He's like, hello, I know you.
I don't even want to be in the next movie. Kill me off. I don't think this franchise will succeed.
I don't think any of them did, because when you see how they were acting, like, it isn't bad acting, but you can see...
Han Solo was hammered.
Well, not just that, but you can see
Ford.
in their acting, like, they tried their hardest. So I'm not saying their acting's bad, but, like, somehow their ideas of not giving a shit translated over into the character's attitude.
Yeah.
Like, because even Luke's like, oh, they died, I guess, fuck it, right? Like, I gotta go. Gotta go with this old fucking pervert. He's gonna try to get me to touch his lightsaber.
Which is exactly what he does.
And apparently he
talks
knew
about
my dad.
how he was had some, erotic feelings about his dad.
But yeah, so it's really interesting the way they play the characters, because none of them are really that good.
No.
Not at all.
That's what I'm telling you. That's why it's good.
Exactly. A bunch of anti-heroes fucking grouped together. And it's the original Suicide Squad.
And, this crash course Jedi training is great.
Yeah, way better
like,
than fucking 17 years of training. I'll give you that. Fuck.
Right?
Like, dude, he just
Do
literally
you think
was
Obi-Wan this time was like, bro, I tried hard with your dad, and he fucking sucked.
I'll just let you be
He was
a boy.
a weird sociopath,
Yeah.
and now I'm just going to let you kick it, like, see if you figure it out. And apparently that worked better. He's a better leader with Luke.
Yeah, because literally Luke knows him for all of like 3 days, and he's
Yeah.
like loves him.
He's pot-smoking Uncle Ben to him.
Yeah, when Uncle Ben dies, Luke's on it. He's like, know what? I'm gonna be good.
Yeah.
Like, so it's weird. He does train him better, and well, I guess in the 15 minutes of training he gets, I don't get how Luke ever. That's probably why they had to send him out to Yoda, because George Lucas was like, yeah, this didn't make a lot of sense when I first wrote it, because I didn't ever plan on him using a lightsaber again. Like,
Well, I mean, I think he had a lot of preemptive. That's what's weird is, like, if you didn't think he was going to continue, why did you start your story in the middle?
I don't think he did. He meant it to be like really in the middle. Like it did.
Well, they were talking about the Clone Wars and shit.
Well, yeah, it's to set it up. I mean, everything has a backstory. Even Lord of the Rings has wars that is a backstory. That
Yeah,
whole
but you're
war
going
of
to
Lord of the
show
Rings is
something like the Jedi the first time where the Jedi are dead.
Yeah, because I don't think it was centered around that. It wasn't supposed to. It was supposed to be a
Maybe
Skywalker
that's why it's
story.
good.
Yeah.
Because when it was centered around the Jedi, I don't think people really felt it like that. And I also think that people didn't really get that what George Lucas was trying to do with the prequels was show how much the Jedi fucked up.
I think
That's why they became the way they did, because they are the selfish ones. They are the ones that fucked up.
Well, I think another thing too is why people hated the prequels so much is you have this preconceived. Okay, now we can do Jedis and have Jedi fights, and now we've set it up like Darth Vader was sick. Let's see what we can do better. And it was like the first two, at least of the prequels. There's nothing really cool about the Jedi.
Darth Vader looks like a Muppet swinging around a fucking period stick.
Well, so does fucking Old Man Kenobi too.
Oh my god, that fight was the worst fight ever in the history of Star Wars.
No, it was still more exciting than fucking Dooku versus Yoda. I'll give it that.
It's very close.
They're fighting through all
They're neck
way.
and neck.
Well, you have to look at it too. Is if you've never seen Star Wars before, like that was the first time you ever seen any shit like that, you're probably losing your shit.
Yeah. One the whole time Luke's like stone, like gives him this like this look from he's like, Uncle Ben?
He's like, dude, we went behind the dumpster and to smoke a blunt. We fell into the trash compactor. We're fucking, and I didn't.
Joints. It's the 70s, remember?
Oh yeah, we're smoking those funny
Joints are like the
cigarettes.
twisties at the end. So the movie starts off with the homoerotic writing.
Jesus. And
Again.
this one,
And
it explains, okay, there's a fucking war happening. Princess Leia's got a plan. Darth Vader's in bold.
Yeah.
No, Death Star's in bold. You need
Yeah.
to know this. It's important.
That's why I think if you watch Rogue One and this one, it actually makes New Hope a lot better.
yeah.
I think.
Well, because the beginning of this one is literally everybody at the end of Rogue One dying. So
Yeah.
everyone in Rogue One dies.
Yeah.
Who's on the rebel side for the most part.
So that's why I said if you just made it like one long movie, like a 3.5-hour movie.
Damn. Well, yeah. Now they have their Hammerhead Corvette dildo
Yeah.
ship flying away.
Jesus Christ.
The frosty tipped dick that they are flying in, being chased by a giant triangle Dorito.
Yeah, as if they thought they'd get away with it, right?
Yeah,
they just
dude,
get
look
sucked in with the gravitational pull.
Look how big that fucking ship is compared to their little tiny fucking pecker flying out there. What did they think they were gonna do?
Right?
I didn't get it. There's a couple things I don't get about this movie.
That was weird. And then, like, yeah. And the stormtroopers, it's so funny, bro. Like, see, I'll take this fight scene over any of the Star Wars, or the prequels, because it's like, they're literally, it's comical.
Well, yeah, they're
The
running
stormtroopers
in.
just running in, just getting clapped. And it's the funniest looking thing.
Well, that's what they're meant for. They're literally stormtroopers. They run in, fucking enforce, and just clap everyone in the room no matter who gets shot.
Yeah.
And that's what they did, and it was a fucking effective, that's for sure, because the first dude to get hit just flies the fuck back.
Right? And then all the dude with the dickhead helmets.
Oh, God.
What is it? Is that, like, is George Lucas trying to say something?
That they're all dickheads? The rebels are dickheads? No. Why even wear helmets or armor if you're shooting lasers?
That shit looks like it was hindering your fucking performance.
Well, look at
for
what
sure.
Luke says. He's like, I can't even see in this helmet, even though every time we shoot a stormtrooper, they die, so this armor's sort of fucking useless.
Right?
Like,
Just to make it look like they have a face?
I guess. I don't know. Just to make them look fucking imposing, I suppose. Because the armor doesn't seem
To
do
look like
shit.
they have tumors on their chin? And if they have silver teeth?
Well, and numbers on their belly. That's what they're about, man.
And while this all is going on, C-3PO is being a whiny bitch, and he's like, "Oh, we're gonna get raped," and you know
they're just walking around fucking. You can tell he hadn't thought too far ahead in the story because they don't even fucking know who Princess Leia is.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and Leia's giving R2-D2 a hand job, or it looks like it, because she like looks at him and runs away.
well, she grabs that little pole that comes out when he fixes shit.
Starts fucking
jerking off, got some fire extinguisher to the face.
At last.
And that's when you see Darth Vader, dun 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 dun, right?
Which he doesn't even do shit.
With
just
his
walks
penis
through,
head. With his
captures.
penis. No, he kills somebody.
Oh, well, he
choked
chokes
the
a dude to
yeah.
death. He literally doesn't
What
even
are
use
the plans?
the force. He picks the dude off the ground and chokes him to death.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
It was sick, I will admit.
Why don't they... And he throws him against the wall, too. Like, he was a beast, apparently.
Well, yeah, he's super strong.
Well,
and I bet you that whatever they added to him to be Darth Vader made him even stronger.
Well, because think about it. To lift someone up, you need a strong wrist and arm and knees. And all of those on him are robotic. So...
That's true.
He can do it with one hand.
And then you see Leia get captured by some sonic boom shit.
Dude, what was that? He just turned, like, no one else has ever turned a dial on their gun and it became something else, but for the reason of capturing her.
Yeah.
It just does that. I guess. Like,
they have, I mean, apparently, if you play Battlefront, there's a lot of different options.
That's true. I'll give you that. And what's funny, too, is, like, all by convenience, all by luck does this story seem to push itself. Because the only reason they don't shoot at the pod is because they guess it's a malfunction. The pod that C-3PO and R2-D2 get on. Because it flies away, the Empire sees it, and they're like, should we shoot it down? That would solve all our problems. He's like, nah, fuck it. Let's make a movie.
Well, the other time that you see a pod escape, he let it get away on purpose because he was tracking it.
Well, yeah. But this time they're just like, no life forms. It could, who cares?
Yeah.
Just that one guy being
And it's sort of weird because, like, after all that happens, Darth Vader, like...
Wait, hold on.
What?
Not to cut you off. Why wouldn't they shoot...
You've done it like 3 times already.
Sorry, why wouldn't they shoot the pod? They have lasers. They're not wasting anything.
I don't know. I really don't.
Just shoot everything.
I really don't.
I never got it.
There's some things about this movie that I didn't get.
Like everything. Like Luke's attitude towards transitioning between plot. He's like, okay.
Bro, after his fucking parents died...
His parent, yeah.
I really thought it was sort of weird how they handled it. It was pretty nonchalant. Like, you would think he'd be a lot more torn by it. When he really kind of looked at it like, wait, I'm free. I don't have to fucking keep growing this stress from my uncle.
He sort of felt that way about everything.
Because he's a selfish fuck.
Right?
He's going to community college. He's only thinking about himself right now.
Well,
he has no life.
He doesn't.
And he stays at home and smokes weed all day in his little shitty fucking bong.
Was that what death sticks are? The shitty stress weed that you fucking get a headache? That's why they call them death sticks?
Maybe. Yeah, and that's when you see Darth Vader kind of... Like I said, he sounds like a prick. Then they start going to political discussion because he's like calling Leia, you're a rebel spy. Rah, my dickhead.
Right?
And he's like talking to the general. And they're sort of afraid that they'll lose the Senate with this move. Like, that they find out that the Death Star is used to be a Death Star or whatever, right? Some shit like that.
Or he's like, you're a rebel alliance and a traitor.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, so I guess that's what the plan... They don't explain enough at this point of the movie.
Yeah, but that's good.
Yeah.
And, then they transition to the desert, and that's when you see fucking R2 and C-3PO, how much they just hate on each other. Like I said, this is...
Bro, they don't
you
even
have
like
to give
each other.
credit because they're characterizing droids to make us care about their character.
Yeah.
C-3PO's a dick.
And
he talks shit, and he's like, nah, I'm going to go that way. Like, I'm going to go that way. I'm cool off wherever the fuck you're going. I'm going that way. And then he just kicks the motherfucker and walks away. They actually walk away from each other.
He kicks him and walks away. He's a dick to him.
They actually walk... Like, you keep thinking that he's going to turn around. They're going to, like, come back together. And he really actually just walks the fuck away. They're just like, fuck you, bro.
Well, they both end up in the same place anyway, so I guess it worked out.
Because C-3PO's a jackass.
Yeah, well,
he's like, oh, fucking Asian Sandman.
Hello there. Come save me. It's too fucking straight in here for my gayness.
And they get stolen by the same people. And they're like scumbag thieves.
Yeah.
These fucking little woo-doo-boo-boo, whatever the fuck they are.
And are droids
with
like
red
slaves?
eyes. To them, I don't know.
They put like these things on them that like basically control them. Like you can't just program the droid to not fucking run away.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, they're not fucking smart or rich enough to. They just have one giant fucking moving vehicle that they live in.
Yeah, giant fuck.
And they're so grimy that after they steal these droids, which apparently they do all the time, like real Asians in real life, they just set up flea markets of shit they stole.
Yeah.
And sell it to fucking dumb white people.
Like run down fucking shitty droids like that they just are hoping run off the lot. They're like,
after they just killed them, essentially.
Right?
Or like put them in a fucking robotic cocoon.
And they get heated when fucking one of them breaks. They're like, oh, fuck. We thought we could get it. We thought we could get it by. God damn it.
And that's when, we meet Luke and his fucking soon-to-be burned alive fucking...
He's like, get one that speaks bocce
quote-unquote
ball.
Parents. Yeah, get one that plays shuffleboard and can fucking...
You have one that can be a...
knows how to be a car dealer.
Yeah, we need a companion for your aging uncle.
A gay one?
A gay one, because,
him and his wife can't have sex anymore. That's why they have to drink the cement.
Right? And they're like, we got the droid for you. This guy's really gay. Look how shiny he is. And he plays bocce ball, shuffleboard, and knows how to change a catheter.
Of course I can say.
He says that. He's like, well, the binary system's on
it's
your
funny
piss
too,
machine.
because when he's like interviewing C-3PO, he's like, every time he's like, yo, I need a droid that could do that, C-3PO's like, oh yeah, I have also done that and had sex with plenty of robots that have done that before also. I have experience in everything that you've ever wanted in your life. I can also suck your dick.
And
better than your wife.
He's just about to dip too. He's like, yo, fuck you, R2, I'm free.
Yeah, yeah. Because he's still being a dick to him.
Right?
And it only takes the droid getting destroyed after Luke's like, I was going to go kick with my buddy Chase and we're going to make power converters. He's like, Luke, I already saw the weed in your fucking pants earlier. I didn't say nothing.
He's like, I can smell it on you, buddy.
Keep the weed. I won't take it because I'm growing it too. I had nothing to say about it. But don't go off with your friends and just smoke pot all day. You need to fucking work.
He's like,
right?
look, I started growing this weed when my dad lost his leg against those Tusken Raiders. I don't need you fucking going out and getting into any fucking trouble like that motherfucker did.
Right? Yeah. And then it only takes another droid to get destroyed, then for C-3PO to be like, all right, I guess I'll help R2-D2.
He's like, pick the blue one. I knew that you were a blood to begin with, but...
And he's like, oh, that fucking cunt.
He's like, guess you're going to have to go Crypt
droid,
colors
though.
today, Luke. He's a good droid, though.
Yeah, and that's when you see, like, Luke just like, oh, it's not fair. I can't get out of here.
Right?
I keep going to the same fucking... what? No, wait. No, that's not what he said. What was he talking about? He was just talking about farming,
asked him,
right?
He was like, dude, where are you? We're like, where? Because
I forgot. This is how much I didn't care about, like, Luke's backstory, because he was such a fucking idiot.
C-3PO goes, he's like, yo, where the fuck am I? He's like, you are in the butthole of the universe, my friend. This planet sucks,
like,
and I want to leave.
Selling stress for fucking $200 an ounce. That's how bad it is out here, bro.
But those Tusken Raiders are dumb enough to buy it. You seen those bongs they hit people with?
Well, they don't need bongs. Their fucking faces are bongs. They're like fucking...
That's right.
They're masks, bro.
They just put it in their mask and get high. That's what the sound they're actually making is them coughing.
Yeah, and...
Oh, and fucking C-3PO wants a weird oil bath. Like, ooh, after this bath, after you wash my genitals, I'll be a new robot, Luke.
He is chromed out, though. He's all
chromed
shiny.
the fuck out. I didn't realize his leg was a different color, though, for some reason.
Right?
Like, only in HD, apparently. Blu-ray.
And then as Luke's trying to jerk off R2-D2, he finds Leia's message of her jerking him off.
He's like, what's this? You know about the rebellion?
And he just gets super thirsty all of a sudden. He's like, ooh, who's that?
Well, yeah, they don't have
find
porn.
her. Like, yeah.
They don't even have books. He's like, whoa, that's a girl.
And he's literally stuck at home.
He's like
he probably had to have sex with his aunt just to
yeah.
like make sure he had sex.
He sees Leia's like, it's a girl and not one of those blue ones with dicks for hair. Yes.
Yeah, earlier I was just fucking my fucking uncle's ounce of weed. That's how I was getting off.
He's like, I had sex with a hut once. It was the grossest thing that's ever happened.
Yeah, so he finds the message and she's like, Obi-Wan Kenobi, we need you.
He's like, you think it means old Ben up the road, that pervert who lives in the shack.
Yeah,
up the
that's
road?
where they kind of they're like foreshadowing his fucking connection to the Force.
Well, it's
He's
still...
just he has insight. He's not smart, but he has insight. Like every other Jedi, they're not necessarily smart.
No, because
They
he
just
makes
have
some
good
bad
foresight
decisions.
and insight.
Because think about it, the reason... Well, it's like a bad decision in the sense that I guess he wouldn't have been able to do anything. But
Yeah.
the reason he doesn't see his aunt and uncle die is because he decides to essentially free one of his slave robots. On accident. Like a jackass.
Right? And then R2 escapes, right?
Yeah.
And that's when he's like, oh, we gotta go fucking kill these sand people now.
He's like, let me get into my...
Sand people.
He says it with the hard S.
And C-3PO is still talking shit. He's like, yo, if I see that fucking robot right now, I swear to God, I'll beat the shit out of him for you, Mr. Skywalker. I swear I will.
He does, doesn't he? He's like, I will fucking
Well, when they
chastise him.
find him, he's like,
Master Luke is your rightful owner now. We'll have no more of this Obi-Wan Kenobi gibberish. And don't talk to me of your mission either. You're fortunate he doesn't blast you into a million pieces right here.
and even Luke's like, bro, calm the fuck down. Like, it's good. Like,
Well, you're right.
like-
And then I guess, is R2-D2 being attacked by sand people? Or no, sand people would start attacking.
Luke. They
Luke.
raped him.
Well, no, first
They
he pulls
definitely
out
raped
the
him.
fucking musket out
I
of
think
his
they
car.
just have like a natural, like, horny scent for Skywalkers.
Right? What the fuck was that gun, though? Bro, he pulled a fucking musket out the side of his
The
car.
super musket.
Like, what the fuck
The
was that?
speeder.
The speeder, that's a... yeah, he
Speeders are
doesn't have
real.
a car.
The speeder is
He has
real.
a speeder. It has 3 jet engines on the back and somehow can float.
Float. Yeah.
One of the jet engines is, like, broken, you can tell.
Well, I mean, there's fucking people that are just, you assume, are black matter with, like, red fucking
Eyeballs.
LEDs for
Or yellow
eyeballs.
LEDs, yeah.
Um,
And they're vary in size, so you don't know. Just
yeah. So at least this one, like, it was still Asian. He still made them Asian, but at least it wasn't blatant Asian.
Well, I think,
you know?
too, that well, yeah. Wootini! Like, I think...
That shit was funny, though.
It was funny, but I think that
But they
George
were
Lucas
midgets.
likes
They didn't-
midgets. I think he just is fascinated with midgets because he has
Little
to have
people,
them in
bro.
every
Little
movie.
people, bro.
I
Midgets. Yeah, midgets. Midgets.
midget.
And then Obi-Wan gets exposed. He just, like, this is what's kind of is funny about The New Hope. It's like, they don't really leave much surprises.
No.
Other than the big surprises. You
he's
know, like
like-
Luke being a sister, Darth Vader being
Well,
a
they
dad.
leave that until the
Luke
end.
Being Luke is a sister. He's a whiny bitch all the time.
he's the
But,
Caitlyn Jenner
of course
of the
he's
family.
a whiny bitch. Anakin was.
Yeah. Anakin was, yeah, he
He's
takes
still a
after
whiny
his
bitch.
father. And apparently they say he's like a good pilot because they hint at this, taking after his father. He's like, yeah, he's a great pilot. It's like, dude, you have a speeder.
Right?
Like, how are you a good spaceship pilot?
He was like, well, I was like, I could make paper planes and I could throw them well.
Well, you know, like, I know we need to shoot
Fucking-
missiles at a giant planet, but I used to shoot rats back home. Like, that's just his
With
attitude.
my musket.
With my
that I
musket.
literally could have pointed 30 feet away and hit it point blank. The super chop.
That's how big
Like-
it was, yeah. Damn.
And,
no, but yeah,
so anyways, back to what I was saying. Luke's like, he's trying to find Obi-Wan. Let's see if I can buy some pot off him because my uncle hasn't come through with harvest season yet.
And Obi-Wan, like,
and-
sits down like, I haven't heard that name in quite some time.
And then so you're like, oh, mystery, right? And then Luke's like, oh, so who is he? He's like, it was me.
Yeah, he's
You're
like, do you
"Oh,
know him? He's
alright."
like, well, I hope I know him. Silly, like, dad joke. Like, to be put in the Star
Yeah, he's
Wars.
just being a jackass, and C-3PO got his arm raped. Like,
Well,
pulled
first
off and
Obi-Wan
raped.
comes in and shouts at people.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, motherfuckers, get off my lawn. And they're like typical teenagers. They're like, oh shit. Let's get the fuck out of here, guys. Let's go murder this guy's family.
Yeah, and rape him.
No, it's
They're
actually...
rapists. All of them. They raped the mom. They raped Luke. I don't know what they did to Luke. It seemed like they were going to lay him out to be raped.
Right? And then fucking, for
it-
whatever reason, like, he's talking to Luke, right? And,
Yeah.
And yeah, they're like, okay, you need to come fucking hang out with me because I'm an old pervert and this is the way I've been trying to rope you in. He knows who he is. He's like, Luke, I've seen you before. Well, he talks like a fucking old beetle, too.
He looks like an old beetle.
He's like, I remember in the showers.
He was the tambourine, bro.
He was the guy driving the fucking submarine, bro. Use the Force to guide you.
Yeah. His crash course is better than he ever was as a mentor. At least it wasn't in his fucking ear. He's just like, Luke. It was funny. Every time he did something, he just told Luke to try it. And then when he wasn't doing it right, he's like, Luke, tap into your feelings.
Right?
What do you feel for me when I'm naked? What do you think's under this robe?
Which is weird. And you can tell he's sort of like, as George Lucas, not Obi-Wan, but George Lucas sort of didn't have any plans for the future because he clearly cuts across some of the prequels in this scene because he's like, yo, this droid was looking for you. And he looks at me, he's like, I've never owned a droid. But he clearly did know about R2-D2 in the prequels, like, extensively.
Right?
So, was he playing coy, or I just think George Lucas had no plans.
Playing coy,
No,
too.
I think he had no plans for the future. He was just like, I'm going to make a movie. I'm tired of sitting on my couch eating Cheetos. I was thinking about space shit, and I'm going to make a movie out of it.
And he explains to Luke, like, hey, the Empire took over your dad. He was killed by Darth Vader. Think about that. And all of this correlates to the Force.
It's like, I've been meaning to give you this.
And the Jedi lost their way.
Right?
That was it. That was essentially it. And he sees the message.
And Obi-Wan, still being an irresponsible teacher, gives an untrained Jedi a lightsaber.
Right?
And Luke sort of waves it around in front of him like, oh, this is a cool dildo you got here, old man.
And then they cut to Darth Vader and the fucking political debate.
Dude, that debate turned quick because the one dude was like...
Because he called him a fucking sorcerer. He's like, I am not a sorcerer.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking Snape.
Right?
I am Darth Vader. And then he fucking choked the fuck out of that fool.
And this movie, watching it again, made me realize why they had to bring the guy back as CGI in Rogue One. Because that fool was sick.
Yeah, he was kind of... Because he kind of was like Darth Vader was his lapdog.
Yeah, again, that's what I'm
saying. And his bodyguard.
No future explanation, because technically Darth Vader and the Emperor are at the top, but in this movie, Darth Vader is like under a dude.
Yeah.
Just the commander of the Death Star, no doubt. Like, not even a big dude, just one spaceship. I don't know.
And that general always looks like the kind of dude in church that when you see him take communion, it like looks perverted somehow. He's like...
Well, and then he has... It's him talking to a fucking Amish haircut guy. And some dude who was like... that dude's haircut was ridiculous.
Amish haircut guy.
That dude's haircut was ridiculous. He looked like his name was Jebediah and he grew up fucking raising barns and fences in space.
Well, he called him a fucking sorcerer. Don't do that.
Well, that was weird.
And you have to admit, even if it makes sense, it sounds funny when somebody says...
Don't be too proud of this technological terror you've constructed. The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
What kind of rock, paper, scissors fucking game is that?
Well, the Force beats all, apparently. It's the one that's immune from everything.
Yeah.
Well, and what I didn't get about this conversation, too, is so you have the one guy with the Amish haircut, and you have the other receding hairline Irishman.
Yeah.
And they're both arguing with fucking... what was that dude's name? I don't even fucking remember. The CGI guy from Rogue One.
Yeah.
Right? And then it seems like the bald Irishman is on Vader's side, but for whatever reason, Vader ends up choking him out. Like, the dude's all about the Death Star, where the other guy is like, no, fuck the Death Star. This is stupid. I don't even get why we're here. We're rushing this shit. The other guy's all about it, and for whatever reason...
And they're just like, crushed the rebellion.
Right? So Darth Vader...
He, like, slithered his words. It was, like, weird.
Well, he should have been in Harry Potter, probably. I bet you they would have fucking killed to have him.
And then they go to fucking Obi-Wan, and Luke figures out what's going on as they burned all the Asian mountain men.
Yeah, they're like, look at these blast marks. Only stormtroopers could have done this.
Yeah.
Not
Obi-Wan
anyone
says
else.
It in his fucking, like,
yeah.
Jedi way.
That's, again, setting up a dumb sci-fi rule. Like, why could it have only been stormtroopers?
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's almost as if they're just setting up unnecessary rules to further the plot.
Well, it is a sci-fi fantasy.
It's a Star Wars movie.
It has to have that.
They just preach it.
If it doesn't have that, then everything looks like bullshit.
And
it's all bullshit anyways. If you're watching this movie, you're accepting the fact that this is all bullshit.
Yeah, essentially. And then
I think we're too pessimistic to ever look at it a different way.
Right?
Like it has to equal real life to me, or else it doesn't make sense.
And even, I mean, parts of this do sort of play out to real life, but...
Like Luke Parent's getting burned alive.
Yeah.
And him not really, like... Okay, so does that show, like I said, does that show is he a real Jedi? That he can just handle his adopted parents or his uncle or whatever?
Well, fucking...
dying? Can he just live with that? Because he didn't get that emotional about it. He was just sort of like, oh, okay. Well, that motherfucker was making me work at his weed farm, and I didn't want to do it anymore, so I guess I'm free now. I'm off the hook.
What I really think was that George Lucas is just a shitty director and got lucky with that. Like, and made it a thing later on. Like, oh, yeah, they're supposed to be stoic. When in reality, he's just a bitch.
Yeah.
He just was shitty acting and directing. And that scene was like, okay, well, now because of Rogue One, we know that's the second disaster to happen at that fucking farm. So why do they stay there?
Well, because it keeps getting robbed because all the weed is gone. All the gangsters at Tatooine are fucking, or on it's Tatooine, right? Are robbing it.
Right?
Left and right. Getting his weed robbed.
That's what's weird, too. That was the hiccup in this movie. That's another thing. It's a little bit farther back, but when he's talking to C-3PO, C-3PO's like, I've never been to Tatooine before. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to go back and write that he was made there?
Good question.
That
or maybe he doesn't remember.
He's a robot, so you can just say that.
Yeah.
Like, sci-fi.
So then that's when Luke, he obviously doesn't give a fuck about his...
He doesn't. He doesn't shed one fucking tear.
Like I said, it just sort of feels like he's like, yeah, I'm off the hook. I can go be a Jedi now. I guess I'll trust sort of queer Uncle Ben.
Yeah, Uncle Ben was just
Uncle Ben's getting off some weird vibes. And I think that's just the Jedi. And if you hear our neighbors talking and shit, like, that's just what it is. Because we have to keep dealing with it, so it is what it is.
It's just apparently unavoidable now after months of recording. Like, they decide now, specifically on this episode, to ruin it. So fuck
you can't ruin this shit.
You can't, because it's Star Wars, man. And
like I said, Uncle Ben. Does he call him Uncle Ben? No, that's not.
That'd be hilarious. He made some rice up in Tatooine. He was feeding him some Zatarans.
What was he calling him? I forgot before.
Old Ben Kenobi.
Old Ben. Old Ben.
He was the dude that lived on the hill. Like, I know Old Ben.
Yeah. He showed me all his signed fucking baseballs.
Then he showed me his penis. It was weird.
And yeah, I didn't really like his weird, like, Shel Silverstein poetic way he talked. Some weird ass shit.
No, he was.
Yeah,
it was fucking that. He was the one, like, Shakespearean actor. Because what I didn't realize growing up, I guess, was that Darth Vader, I always thought he was more eloquent. But then when you watch it as an adult, you're like, bro, Darth Vader
sort of is a whiny bitch.
He's a thug.
Well, I mean, but he's whiny. He whines all the time.
That, too. He's always complaining. It runs in the fucking family. He complains for 6 goddamn movies straight.
Or he's, like, butthurt about something.
Yeah, I'm glad he died.
And he tortures his own daughter.
A giant...
He rapes his own daughter with a robot or some shit like that.
A giant, like, ball that has dildo needles attached to it. And is he, like, giving her hair on and then,
I think it's the same thing Darth Maul used.
Oh, shit. So, wait, is Darth Vader taking out his lightsaber and is he going to plug her up? Or does he have a dick anymore? Did it get burned off in the lava? I have so many fucking questions.
I think he got cut off by Obi-Wan's lightsaber.
I don't think that...
He had the high ground. Anakin tried to fucking do a flip and his dick flopped out and got taken off.
Dude, just the tip. He got the dick
That's probably why he's so pissed off about it.
All those buttons are to control his catheter.
And there's some loose rules on the Force, dude. Like, Luke's in a super crash course because he just has to be a hero now because Obi-Wan's a fucking coward. So is Yoda. Because they're both hiding. The two Jedi that... I mean, if the Sith are being ran by 2, why can't the Jedi compete with 2? Like, Obi-Wan and Yoda are pretty fucking strong. And a lot of people's theory is that Mace Windu's still out there impregnating people.
Well,
and
they didn't set that rule up yet. That's that. You have
But
I always go back and think how ridiculous this movie actually is. But I agree with you. That's sort of the point I was making too. So are all Jedi just weak compared to the Sith?
I would say so.
Maybe.
Remember, because it's the Sith are stronger, but it's just not sustainable. You can't sustain it. You just become a power drunk jackass, and you'll lose in the end.
You turn into a mummy, a living mummy, apparently, who shoots fucking lightning out of his dick tip.
And your nose gets longer and more fucking Jewified as it goes.
But yeah, so
and you hire Asians to do everything for you.
So his crash course too is what? Like being told about the Jedi.
Yeah.
Then going and hanging out with an old dude who's like hanging out in skeezy ass bars and cutting people's hands off. And
Getting hammered. Because Obi-Wan's a drunk.
Right? And then he plays a deflection game with a ball.
That's how he gets raw.
That's his lightsaber.
So apparently if Luke is the best Jedi, then the Jedi training is what ruins everybody.
Yeah, because he had
Anakin,
no training. He was
for
a normal
example,
person.
He just got it. He was like, instead of getting all this preachy bullshit, he's like, oh, okay, be a good person, meditate, and trust my feelings. Sounds easy fucking enough.
Yeah, all I have to do is close my eyes and be like, listen to the Force.
Think about my sister and her butthole.
Yeah, and even at the end, he's just like, use the Force. And he's like, okay. I guess you told me to, you fucking ghost. So is he like, wait, does that what Obi-Wan means, though? When we'll get there.
Yeah.
I'll get there, but
That's
Obi-Wan maybe
shout
that out. Maybe shout it out.
Oh, he was hinting at some shit. Because remember, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
I'll just wait on that.
He wants to tickle his dick, though. That's what we know for sure at this point in the movie.
So they go into this grimy bar to get death sticks and fucking drink some fucking...
It's like, I'm going to get Luke drunk, and then I'm going to play with his ball hairs.
And every alien in the Star Wars is scumbagging around. They're just scumbag. It's just, everything is scumbaggery.
Dude, they apparently they hate on Luke just for standing there. And Luke has to grab...
There's dudes with balls on their chins. It's clearly balls. Pink
like tumors
balls,
or some shit going on there. There's dudes with butt faces playing flutes. Like, that's literally...
Ass faces,
Ass
for real.
faces, for real. Straight up. That's their butthole on the flute. And then, they're so dickheads that Luke actually has to, tug on the bartender just to get served. He has to grab the dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck kind of...
And right?
Well, that's terrible service. Bar rescue.
And then he's just getting scoped by this, overgrown hornet, whatever the fuck that thing is.
Yeah, it was a Pokemon that fucking grew up.
And he's just, staring him down, and Luke's sort of like, what the fuck? And then that tumor dude steps in, and he's like...
He doesn't like you.
And he's like, okay. Luke's like, okay. And he's like...
I don't like you either.
Luke's still just like, dude, okay, what the fuck?
He's like, bro, I've had a death sentence on 12 different planets. I'm harder than you, motherfucker.
Luke's like, I used to run with the musket.
Have you ever thought of raping your sister, bro? 'Cause I have.
You ever hung out with a pervert for fucking 9 days straight in the desert? 'Cause that's what I'd be about, motherfucker. And he pulls a gun on him. He tries to gat Luke just for standing there. Bro, and this happens in Rogue One, so these fools just down to thump people.
Yeah, and the cantina ain't doing shit about it. They have no security guards in that bitch.
Two people, one dude gets his arm cut off. That's what happens is Obi-Wan's like, fuck, I've got to protect Luke. And then he fucking goes...
Well, because he hasn't had his way with him yet.
That's still a virgin asshole. And he just runs over and cuts his arm off. And then they use that as their fist dildo later.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And then, the bar does nothing. Everybody's just like, okay, let's keep playing music and fucking...
Smoking pot all over.
Thugging it out.
Yeah, thugging out. And the biggest thug, or halfway thug, like a soldier boy type thug, Han Solo, he's a scumbag, bro.
And an
that's
idiot.
who Obi-Wan finds out. What'd you say?
He's an idiot.
Yeah. And,
What did you think I said? That's what I want to know.
And Obi-Wan, that's who he found to get get their way to Coruscant or whatever. No, it's not Coruscant, is it?
Yeah,
it's
no.
Coruscant. No,
I don't know where the
some
fuck
fucking
they're
planet.
going.
Oh, Eldaron. Eldaron.
Adderall.
A fucking yeah.
They're trying to pick up some Adderall so they can fuck longer.
And Han Solo started looking at this like this is a lick. He's like, bro, I need 10 racks. Straight up. I need 10 racks.
When he hits
You're not going to find anybody else that can do it. I need the dough. Me and Chewie are in some shit. I got to cop some blow and flip it. All right? So I need that 10 racks. That's all I can do. And
Luke's like, man, I can fly it. I'm a good pilot.
yeah. And Obi-Wan's sort of looking at him like, dude, like, okay, don't get too fucking cocky. I haven't even raped you yet.
Yeah, you don't have the
right.
power of my force yet.
And Obi-Wan gets over on Han Solo.
Yeah, he tricks him.
Pulls the super lick.
He's like, yo, I got 2, which I don't even have. We're going to sell this fool's little bicycle that you parked
He
out.
makes Luke sell it.
Right? He's like, you don't need that
You're going to have
shit."
to sell a speeder. Luke's like, I don't need it anyway. I'm never coming back. My dead parents. Fuck them.
Parents, desert planet. Rulers look like goddamn slugs. Yeah, and fucking...
Go hit my ball. I'll be back.
But I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
It's like, I can fly. I'm good.
You bet I could. I'm not such a bad pilot myself. We don't have to sit here and listen.
I'll be a Jedi.
And this whole time while they're negotiating, Obi-Wan's giving like some really gay looks. Some really fruity looks. And
He's like, I could have 2 for 1.
yeah, so Han Solo thinks he's pulling the super lick.
Right?
When in actuality, Obi-Wan knows he's going to die.
Or thinks
He
that
wants to die. He wants to die,
And
almost.
he knows he'll never get them. Well,
Yeah.
maybe not. Because, dude, they don't really know it's blown up yet.
Well, Obi-Wan apparently had the plan to sell the speeder the whole time. So they did have some sort of money plan.
Yeah, but so he was going to, I think, give the plans to the people of Alderaan. I don't think he knew
Yes,
that she
because
was...
Leia was there.
Yeah, I
Whatever.
don't think he knew it was a death mission, so he was just going to have Leia pay for it. Obi-Wan's even more of a fuckface.
And all the while, Han Solo, being the scumbag he is, has a hit out on him. And they don't need to explain it. It just plays into his character. Because he's a great character.
Blasts that fool.
Yeah.
Who cares who's the
Great.
fuck shoots first? That fool had his chest blown
Yeah.
out.
The first Asian, I think, maybe, portrayal so far. Guido, I kill you, Han Solo.
And he has a rubber mohawk. I
Yeah, the
guess.
shit kind of goes hard. He got blasted, though.
Yeah, blown the fuck out.
And exactly what happens. The cantina looks. Everyone in the cantina looks, and they just turn around. They're like, all right, another one
that
dead,
guy
another
fucking
count.
sucked anyway. Even Han's like, yeah, sorry, man, I shot a dude.
And Han Solo owes Action Bronson some money, right?
Well, apparently, dude, and
well-
he just straight steps on his tail. Like the dude has hella mercs and you owe him money.
Well, Jabba just shows up.
Yeah.
When we watched the new version, so I have to speak on this. Why did they do that?
I don't
Why
know.
CGI
It
him
looked
like that?
great. He was all drooly and shit in the old one. And
Yeah,
like, gross
why
looking.
why do that?
I don't
Like
know.
I say, he just looks like fucking Action Bronson. You might as well it would be more interesting with Action Bronson CGI'd with Han Solo.
They did that in this whole scene though. They got stormtroopers writing shit on CG there. They got that whole scene where the giant fucking llama throws the little sand people off. Fucking they CGI'd that. That was a great scene normally, and they CGI'd it and it looked fucking like Harry Potter, bro. It was cartoonish as shit. Yeah, I'm just apparently Jawas are the fucking like lice of the city because they're just popping out. Like when they roll up in park, the one dude just pops out and is like touching his car, like straight up for no reason. So apparently that city's just full of fucking scumbags.
No, that's all it is scumbags.
It's just
'Cause
scumbags.
Because their shit is made out of sand, and I don't know what other perpetual mineral they're
Tears of
using.
slaves. Because apparently they have slaves in the earlier fucking.
Tears of slaves. Yeah. Yeah, and then the stormtroopers come to get them, and they go to Alderaan. Simple as that.
In hyperspeed. He's like, we gotta make. And he explains it. They have to explain hyperspeed. He's like, you gotta do the right calculations, man, or else we're gonna fucking get too stoned on the drive over.
Well, Obi-Wan's already been stoned.
The lightsaber has been known to double as a bong.
Or a pipe for
Or a
some.
pipe for some. If you don't prefer
For
the
Yoda.
bong. Yeah, for Yoda. Well, he got a little ass lightsaber too.
Well, if he had a bong, he would never need to, he wouldn't even need to sit down or bend over. He'd just stand and he hits his bong.
Smoke trees, I will.
So yeah, they're all scumbags, and then they go into the Empire, right? And they fucking yoke the fuck out of Leia. Like, they're like, we're gonna blow a fucking planet up. You better tell us what's going on. Where's that rebel base, you stupid cunt?
And she fucking flips. She's a snitch. Sort of.
For her own people.
She's sort
which
of
is
a
sort of
snitch.
fucked up, considering the fact that, okay, she didn't give up the plan, she gave up the base.
And a base
Right.
they abandoned.
Yeah.
But still, that's
and she still
snitchery.
didn't give it up.
Yeah.
Remember? She lied to them.
Yeah, because it was an abandoned base. But then
that shit was kind of clean. How they're just like, oh, all right, you gave us that shit. I'm blowing up Elrond anyways, bitch.
And then the real version of the great CGI guy from Rogue One is like, yeah, fuck you. You know what? We need to test this shit.
Why not on your bitch ass planet?
Yeah, who cares?
It's full of fucking hippies and retards, anyways.
And that one fucking Polynesian that rules it with the gray hair on the side.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. He's dead now.
Yeah, he's super dead.
Done.
And then they cut to Han Solo, who's probably drunk. He looks drunk. And he's hating on the Force. He calls it a hokey religion.
Hokey religions and ancient weapons are no match for a good blaster at your side, kid.
That's what's great is he's for sure drunk because he's like slouched in the chair, like leaned over, like damn near like with the fucking bottle in his hand, like, oh, you guys, I've been all around the fucking world, man, or galaxy.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I ain't never seen a Jedi before.
and they're just playing a Chewie, C-3PO, and R2-D2 are playing a fucking game. And apparently you can't beat a Wookiee because they'll kill you.
Well,
you can't beat a Wookiee. And then that's my thing. So Chewbacca's whole character development was that he's a cranky, grumpy old man. And then at the end, he's a fucking coward. He's just trying to find ways to make sure he lives. Well, like, he's like, yo, this is like too much. I signed up for like the money and the drug dealing, not to save the day. He's more of a scumbag than Solo.
Does he even care about money? What do they do with their money? You never see him eat. You never see him fucking party.
They're always owing money. They're scumbags.
Yeah, they just born owing money. Especially Han.
They're failing criminals, essentially.
Well, he spent like $400 on that feathered ass haircut, so he owed fucking.
That's what he does. He probably spends all his money trying to look fresh.
Well, you see those stripes.
And Chewie probably spends money on like the barber shop.
This fool's.
Because he's looking funky fresh.
Right? They probably spend hours cutting him. Fucking. And Han Solo, yeah, he's got the fit. He's got the fucking, like, the loose-ass beach tee with the fucking vest. Goddamn tight brown pants with a yellow stripe. With the fucking, the yopper. Probably spent most of his money on that gun. It blows people back, apparently.
So you can't lose to a Wookiee. And even C-3PO is like, well, that seems retarded. And he's like, yeah, I know.
He's like, I don't make the rules.
And Chewie just like has his hands behind his back of his head. He's like, yeah, try one, bro. But I got you. All I have to do is like downward smack you and you're dead.
And he's not even playing C-3PO. He's just like, C-3PO is just in the middle. He's like, yo, you need to lose because I'm the one with arms, you fucking asshole.
Yeah. And as Luke's defending himself from the spiked kidney stone, whatever the fuck that thing is, Obi-Wan's just like you said. It's like Mark Jackson coaching the Warriors. Is teaching him nothing analytically or about the Force. Just saying, Luke, tap into your feelings. It'll happen. That's what the Force does.
Seriously.
And Han Solo started looking at it like, all right, dude, like that's the Force. Like that's why there's no fucking Jedi around you. All you fucking retards died.
Really? Because he's like, pretend the lasers are my dick, and you're defending yourself from them. He's like, oh, yeah, I get it now. That's the Force. He's being raped by an old guy.
And so the Death Star sucks them in, and they're so fucking stupid they didn't realize what was going on.
They're just hanging out. They follow a guy. They're like, let's shoot that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, the TIE Fighter lies by. He's like, yeah, this is our chance.
We can kill this guy. Yeah, they just do it to do it. The TIE Fighter isn't even funking with them.
And even Obi-Wan was like all excited about it first, and he's like, oh... Not again. It's all right. If I die, I'm more powerful than all of you, so I don't give a fuck.
Well, yeah, exactly. And they get pulled into the fucking...
This fucking Chuck Norris beard that he has.
He's an old Chuck Norris.
That's
why he's so raw at fucking saber battling, apparently.
He just looks so old and fat in that robe. Like, for some reason, the robe makes him look fatter.
And he walks with, like a T-Rex with his arms, like, bent sort of with his wrists in
I feel like when he's walking, he's resting his hands together on his belly. While he's walking, which is tough feat. And, of course, the stormtroopers, being the dumb Polynesians that they are, they go on the ship to find them, and they can't find them. They're like, yeah, they're gone. I know they're like, all we have to do is put our fingers on some of the tiles of the floor and fucking lift it. but they're not around. It's like, bro, what did you think? It was just an autopilot Millennium Falcon?
Yeah, or
Like,
maybe right, or maybe just use the scanners we used to scan the ship to begin with to find out there was life on it. How about that one?
Right.
Like, no, we're just gonna use our eyes. That's fine. We can't even see in these helmets anyway, and fuck this job.
And Vader's like, present is I sense a presence in the Force, and he dips.
Oh,
It's
he's
like literally all he says. He like says that and like
like,
moves his dickhead, and then he moves.
He's like, I feel something I haven't felt in a long time.
And
erection.
Han makes the joke that he smuggled himself because all they did was have a detachable floor and hide under it.
Yeah.
The biggest Scooby-Doo shit ever. That was super Scooby-Doo. Then they
No,
get
what
out.
Scooby-Doo is the next thing they do.
First, the funniest line in the movie to me is Han Solo's like, this is some foolish ass shit, bro. I didn't sign up for this. He's like, who's the fool? The fool with the plan or the fool who followed the fool?
Han Solo's like,
You're
all
just
right,
like-
bro, were you getting high in the bathroom or something? Like, what have you snorted, smoked, and
And then he looks at Chewie. He's like, fuck, I left that meth out earlier.
He's like, this was
Stole that shit from Guido after I blasted him.
He's like, that's why his lightsaber turned blue, because I got it from fucking that bald guy with the bolo hat.
And they pull the old Scooby-Doo switcheroo. Or they fight or they beat up some stormtroopers.
No, he
and
slaps the shit out of a stormtrooper.
That's what I said. Shoot, that's all you gotta do for Chewie. He's got to backhand smack them and they're dead.
And they fucking... And then, of course, like, they just make it like they have a prisoner. Like, the one prisoner they took off the ship was a Wookiee.
Right?
Like, that's it. Wait, but the other stormtroopers couldn't find him? And now they found him. Like, no one is questioning... And upper management's not looking down at me like, dude, what kind of shenanigans are going on this ship right now?
And as they get into the control part, like, Luke is sort of, like, bitching about what's going on. He's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what are we gonna do? Han Solo's like, dude, you know what? I'm tired of the hiding anyways. Just go murder some
Dude, they
motherfuckers.
start shooting. They're like, bro, they're
He's
gonna
a thug.
fucking hear this, you fucking fool.
You know, between his howling and your blasting everything inside, so one of the whole station doesn't know we're here.
Well, bring him on. I prefer a straight fight to all this sneaking around.
Like, why are you shooting everyone?
I think Han Solo goes crazy when battle time happens. I think he's a real, like, soldier, bro.
Well,
because every time the battling starts going down, he is down.
Well, they show it in the next scene. They try to sneak around. They're in the control room. They're like, set it up, robots, because you're really the saviors of this story, we'll find out.
Yeah.
And then Han Solo chases down a group of fucking stormtroopers. Like 8 stormtroopers just screaming and yelling. The fuck kind of bullshit is that?
Yeah, you skipped hella past them.
No, I'm just... Well, I'm jumping forward, but what I'm saying is, like, when they actually get to the fighting, like, what the fuck? He really does just sort of do whatever.
Yeah.
He doesn't
care.
care.
Well, because he's already being manipulated again by more money because they found out that Leia is scheduled to be killed, right?
Yeah.
Apparently Darth Vader was just going to ram his penis head inside of her till she died.
Apparently, I don't. No, they call him yeah, well, the other guy's gonna fucking stick his nose up her fucking asshole, and she's gonna bleed to death.
And Luke and Han Solo are like jawing at each other, just left and right.
Yeah, as they're
like
being
Han's
shot
like, dude,
at.
I'm not fucking going anywhere. Where's my money actually now? That fucking old man said he was gonna fucking pay me. I still haven't gotten shit. You gave me a shitty fucking speeder, and at least you could have gave me your fucking dead, burning parents. I could have made some money off the bodies.
I could have eaten it at least. Fuck.
Could have sold their kidneys or something.
It's hard out here. It's hard in the streets, right? And he's like, dude, she's a princess.
Yeah.
She has money. It's like, well, I've seen money before. How much money, you idiot?
Like a real drug dealer, Han Solo only knows small numbers.
Right.
He's like, oh shit, anything over 10 racks? Damn.
Right. Because that's what he tells her. He's like, bro, she's got fucking dough.
Yeah. And he, like an idiot, he's manipulated by it.
Like,
he didn't even say how much he'll get. He's just like,
this time,
if we save her, dude, she'll pay us. Trust me. Han's like, all right, I'll do it.
Well, it's true. He fucking basically has hopped on for 2 faulty schemes so far. And apparently he owes Jabba the Hutt money anyway.
Yeah.
So he apparently can't do shit.
Right? And, and then while all that's going on, Chewie's just yapping around, funking with people.
Yeah, they're just walking him around.
Old fuck.
They're walking around. He shouts at like random stormtroopers walking by, right?
Right?
He's just like...
It didn't really. And Vader knows that Obi-Wan is there from his tremor in his butthole, whatever the fuck he was feeling.
He's like, I have an erection, my old master. He used to tickle it. And
I honestly forgot how this happened. How did they get Leia? Did they just...
No, they literally walk into the detention center. The dude's like, hey, wait, this wasn't like a scheduled like thing. And he's like, fuck it, let's just shoot these guys. And that's exactly what they do. Because Han Solo
and that's automatically sets them all off, too. That's when they start getting all the stormtroopers on them.
Yeah, because someone calls in, he's like, dude, what happened in there? He's like, hey, yeah, we're good, right? Like,
right.
How's your day going? Like,
and Han Solo just hangs up the phone.
He
tries to say some shit, and he just shoots the phone.
Everything's under control. Situation normal.
What happened?
Had a slight weapons malfunction, but everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
We're sending a squad up.
Negative. We have a reactor leak here now. Give us a few minutes to lock it down. Large leak, very dangerous.
Who is this? What's your operating number?
Boring conversation anyway.
He's an idiot.
Han Solo's a fucking jackass. Oh, man, but he's a great fucking character, dude. You gotta love it.
No, he's fucking hilarious.
Han Solo's the best character in, like, character. Maybe not the coolest. He is pretty fucking cool. But I don't know. If you look at all the rest, like the prequels especially, his character stands out a lot. And he's super relatable because a lot of people are scumbags in America.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't believe in religion. He's down to commit crimes left and right. He hangs out with a hairy dude.
He's dumb.
He's dumb.
He's a drunk.
That's not known, but he's definitely down to hang out with known child molesters.
He's in debt.
He's in debt to a fat fucking... What would Jabba the Hutt be? I don't know.
A lot of American relatable characteristics there.
His boss is... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His boss is trying to actually kill him.
So...
Which most Americans feel.
All the while Vader's like, I need to face Obi-Wan alone. I need to get my alone time with him, if you know what I mean. I told him I'd get him back one day for what he did to me as a kid.
Right? And then
I wanted the bowl cut. I didn't want the fucking rat tail. Okay?
He's like, and then I had to he cut my penis head off. He stuck his fingers up my butthole.
Yeah, I would be heated at Obi-Wan too.
Yeah, he's gonna.
I'd want to murder his ass too.
That's
especially if he still thinks like he took his family away from him, sort of.
Well, he definitely took his, and now he's showing back up with his son.
To kill, like to
kill him. He's like, I tore your family apart, and I'm bringing them back to kill you, both of them.
Oh, Obi-Wan is a dick.
That's true. And what's crazy is like they go to save Leia, right? And the first thing she says, like, "Bro, you're short.
You're short. Yeah, you're too short to be a stormtrooper. Even Polynesian, you're smaller than a Polynesian. You fucking short fuck."
He's like, "You're too short," and she fucking.
Which you would have to assume average size. They're like 5'8".
I don't. They look normally
short. They look short.
The stormtroopers.
Or I was talking about Jango Fett and real life Polynesians are pretty short most of the time.
I don't know.
They're either Moana fucking size dudes or like short dudes.
Well, as you see in Rogue One.
Yeah. And as they see him, like, yeah, like you're right, like it makes it funny while this stupid action is going on because all of the main characters are just jawing at each other.
Yeah, they're just...
Leia's like, you two are fucking idiots. Luke's like, oh my god, I just want to smoke my ball. And then Han Solo's like, hey, you worthless fucking worshipful cunt.
Yeah.
Nice to see your fucking ass. Thanks for the fucking how you do.
Yeah, right? He's like, dude, we're getting shot at because we're trying to save your stupid haired face. And you're just sitting there fucking complaining, so maybe we should just leave you here. Maybe we should just fucking let you be terminated. And
Chewie's having fucking Chewbacca fucking seizures, bro. Like he's just tweaking over there.
He was jizzing. He thought they were all going to die, so he started
they did have meth on the Millennium Falcon, so maybe it was Chewie, not Han.
That's right. Well, yeah, then they end up in the trash.
Her idea
to go into the trash compactor.
As they're having the Western shootout with the stormtroopers.
Oh my, like a long ass shootout too. This was the majority of the action in the movie. Was them in one hallway.
Yeah, we're trying to teach some Polynesians to shoot a laser gun. They're not going to be the most accurate.
And Han Solo's too fucking drunk, and Luke's inexperienced as shit. His gun isn't big enough anymore. Like he needed.
When his feathered hair is getting in the way of his right eye.
He had to keep fucking flipping his hair like, I gotta fucking shoot, man.
I just want to see the power converters.
I was trying to
figure that out
with my friends.
Yeah, so they get stuck in the trash compactor, which was kind of cool. Some weird, like, fucking...
I have problems with this, though.
Monsters Inc. looking fucking thing attacks Luke.
Yeah, why is
That
it
was
full
weird.
of water? Why are there giant chunks of metal if this is a new base? And why is there a monster in it?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
I don't get...
Maybe that is a spot where they kill people also
You would
torture
have
them.
to assume
Yeah.
that the metal is probably just like leftover scraps or whatever, right?
Yeah.
The monster, I don't understand. And the liquid is shit and piss.
Yeah.
So how does the monster not get squished?
Alien shit and piss, too.
Alien shit and piss. Like, well, Polynesian shit and piss.
Yeah.
Whatever shit went down that shithole.
Bunch of Spam pineapple and shaved ice. That's what it was. And it's probably some, like, carved wood necklaces.
And who comes
puka
through?
shells. Yeah. C-3PO. He saved Star Wars.
He saved Star Wars.
Because Luke's like, C-3PO! Close the trash compactor on level 2! Says it like 100 times.
3PO, where are you?
3PO! Come in, 3PO! 3PO!
And C-3PO, like, had just smoked a joint. He's like, oh, fuck, I forgot to check my phone.
Well, no, they were hiding in the closet.
That's
Remember?
right. They were getting high in the closet.
Yeah,
Like, bro, I forgot to look at my phone. Like, oh, shit. Oh, that's a message.
Yeah.
Hey, we should
And the
save
stormtroopers
them.
showing up being as stupid as they fucking are. C-3PO comes through again, saves them from the stormtroopers. Then he just coincidentally goes to, like, the control panel, right? Some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And then he's like, oh, hey, I've had this communication thing up my ass the whole time. Let me pull it out and fucking start talking to it. And then that's when Luke's like, oh my god, I'll never be able to smoke pot again.
Well, this is
Come
after
on, C-3PO.
they thought they could stop 2 impending walls with one flimsy-ass piece of metal.
Right. Because they're fucking idiots. Han Solo's fucking drunk. He's like, oh, dude, metal pipe? This might work.
Maybe they are just all
And he's
idiots.
sort of like, get up there. Like, as if that's going to save her.
Climb, get higher up.
She's like, I'm trying.
He's like, I'm
You
trying
can see my nipples through this fucking dress, right?
He's like, I refuse
I'm
to
not
wear
wearing
a
a
bra
bra.
because I'm fucking an idiot. I don't get it. Carrie Fisher, like, refused to wear a bra. It's like, you know the first scene you're going to be wet and in a white dress.
Yeah.
Like,
Which apparently had no extra ones because it had the same stains throughout the whole movie. That was pretty consistent. I'll give it that.
Well, yeah, because they shot the movie in like a day. It wasn't that hard.
George Lucas was high as fuck.
Well, yeah, he had all the sets set up and he didn't have enough
Well,
dough.
apparently Harrison Ford was actually drunk a lot of the time, so it makes sense how Han Solo is just this drunk asshole.
And she was
Hillbilly.
on fucking drugs. She was like Prozac'd out or something.
Yeah, R.I.P.
All right, yeah.
But I will admit that scene was tense.
Yeah.
I'll admit that. Especially now considering that they're all either 60 or dead. It makes that scene pretty tense because Star Wars could have died right there. See, he did all.
Right? And then what's funny is, like, then Han Solo gets sexist. Like, because they all start bickering again because they're all fucking idiots. And Han Solo's like, if you weren't a woman and we were following a woman.
her female choices.
Yeah. It's like,
I love that.
That was so
and
weird.
then right after he calls her out for that, being a male chauvinist, he then calls Chewie a coward. He's like, come on, you fucking coward. And
right? And
and
he
he's
does
still
call him a
yapping in her
coward.
ear, like as they're running down the hallway. He's still like in her ear, like, yeah, you worshipfulness, you stupid cunt. Where's my money already? I
Right.
did my part. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here.
what the fuck was Obi-Wan
You guys should go
doing?
fucking jack off old Ben over there. I don't give a fuck.
Old
man.
Ben, who was like being a weirdo.
Yeah, he's doing some fucking Matrix shit.
Yeah, he was just like
Detaching
slowly-
control panels and shit and
for no
hiding
reason.
behind. Yeah.
Oh well, I guess he was supposed to stop. Damn. So that's just looks foolish because he's old, but that's essentially a job they would have given him in the fucking.
That was a cartoonish scene. When the stormtroopers were like, hey, what do you want to eat later? Pineapple or Spam? He's like, why not both?
He's like, oh, I got some pork too.
Obi-Wan's just sitting there like, I'm going to press this button and move that lever. You guys know this in the audience, right? I wouldn't rape Luke yet.
Not quite.
Yeah, so that shit's... I still don't know what the fuck that was doing. What was that doing?
It was the tractor beam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was getting rid of that. And this is when Han Solo chases people down at Groot.
Bro, so, okay. He comes into the fucking... They're coming into the hallway or whatever that is. And he shoots just one stormtrooper. And then he has the balls to just run into them. Run after them.
Yeah.
And as he realizes there's hundreds of them where he was running because he's an idiot.
He still shoots one.
He turns around and he starts running and he's just blasting with the gap behind his shoulder, bro. Like, you guys should watch just that scene to show how real Han Solo is.
And how fucking real his gun is, because the two that he actually shoots, like, fly.
Right?
They'll fly back. It's funny, though, because he pulls up to the room. He sees, like, 100 of them. He's like, oh, fuck, I know I got to run away, but let me shoot that guy real quick because I was chasing him.
And then Luke and Leia are trying to get away, and he's like, hey, I can see your titties through your dress. She's like, hey, yeah, I can see your dick through your robe. Like, what's good?
Then they fuck a little, and the fucking trash compactor again. They get that fucking tentacle
And then they have the
beast.
Western standoff shooting, which is them shooting 2 stormtroopers and them shooting at them for literally it felt like 3 to 4 minutes.
It was probably. Forever. And then every time one would die, another stormtrooper would pop up. So it's just like, okay, well, this is just going to keep happening. And then finally, you get to some Jedi shit. After they're running away shooting for what feels like forever.
And it was probably the most disappointing out of all of it, to me. I would have been more entertained with 2 Muppets having giant dicks that stuck out of their body and them fighting with that.
Whacking each other
2
with
hands,
it.
and actually showing the arm of the puppeteer. Then
no,
watching
it wasn't
that fight.
great. But there was no precedent. They didn't set it up as it was going to be a sick, like, I mean, they never even really said there was going to be a lightsaber battle, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just pops up, and if you think about...
And of course they had to have their fucking comic book talk before they fight, right?
Yeah.
You again, Obi-Wan. Last time you ever raped me, I made my head an actual penis.
Right.
So you try and defend that.
He's like, I remember. I was there.
Do you think I have a problem with black penises? I used to suck off Mace Windu when he was a boy.
Would you like another Quaalude? It's true, though. So they say a bunch of dumb shit, and he's like, oh, this time it'll be different, fucker. He's like, maybe it will. Maybe it will. And they fucking take out the fucking lightsabers.
Yeah, and they're just fucking they're flimsicking around. They're just all
not
being
even
flimsical.
They have both hands. Both of them have both hands on the lightsaber, and they're just sort of swinging their torso back and forth.
While Uncle Ben is giving the same look he's been giving the whole fucking movie, which made me as an audience member uncomfortable.
He's like, I have to win this battle so I can touch his pee-pee.
So that being said, as they're about to fight, Obi-Wan's sort of like, yeah, if you kill me, I'll be stronger than ever, bitch. So what do you know about enlightenment, dark fuck?
He literally sends his power into Luke. That's what I think. I think
that was
the original intent.
But so how did he... So as Darth Vader was, quote-unquote, killing him, because Darth Vader didn't even know he killed him, he's like, where the fuck did he go?
Yeah, he's like kicking around the robe like, okay, I guess that was supposed to happen. The fuck?
I want to cut off his fucking legs, goddammit. The tip of his dickhead.
He's like, wait, why did my legs get cut off?
Oh, maybe that's why he does have a penis helmet, because his dickhead did get cut off. It's a symbol.
It's a symbol of what he lost?
Yeah.
That way he wears all black, too?
Yeah.
Because when he saw the dickhead, it was charred black.
On the fucking lava rocks.
Maybe
that's why he got so pissed off and his eyes were all red.
Right, he becomes grimy.
My dickhead's on the ground. Yeah, so you're saying my question is to you, as he killed him then, that happened instantly, and that's why his body disappeared.
I have no
didn't
clue.
get any of that
I
shit.
think that's what I said with this movie. It's hard to tell because I don't think there was a lot of plan for that. For explaining anything.
Okay.
So I think in my mind, if I just look at it as just this movie, I think what happens is he's like, I'll be more powerful because you're going to kill me, and then I'm going to be able to control this guy.
Yeah.
Who is sort of like in line with the training, but I'll make him raw.
True. Okay, I can see that. So essentially he just becomes one with the Force.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
On some Catholic allegory shit.
Yeah. He goes to heaven.
So they escape the TIE fighters. That was a cool scene, them shooting down the TIE fighters.
Yeah, I mean, it was all right.
Why does the Empire feel like they are trying to be beat sometimes?
Yeah, they're bumbling idiots in these three.
But like they have an almighty weapon, and that somehow isn't scaring people. Like, motherfucker, when we nuked people, that kind of silenced everything.
Yeah. But no one knows they haven't tested it yet, fully.
They did. They destroyed Alderaan.
Oh, that's right.
That's my point. Like, yeah, if they didn't do that, I feel it.
Who would know at this point?
If you're going back to Rogue One, now if you want to talk Rogue One, they have destroyed cities, and the rebels know that.
And arguably also planets. But they covered it up. They say they covered it up. The rebels might know it, but the majority of people...
Yeah, that's true. Well... Anyways, so they escape and
they go see the fucking dickhead,
the other fish head
helmets.
people, and the fish head people talk about destroying the
fucking Admiral, fucking Akbar or whatever the fuck.
And
Allah.
As they described the plans, which were stupid, it was like watching an Atari game.
Right? It was like 4 pixels stretching out, and it's like, hey, that's a hole that might be somewhere, and in reality, the structures get really
first
complex.
we're gonna play Space Invaders, then Pong, then Donkey Kong, and then we're done. We win.
That's so true, because you look at the plans, like, how could you interpret anything from that when they actually flew on the Death Star? There's fucking towers and fucking caverns and all this shit. And they're looking at literally...
Nothing could have explained that like that.
Nope.
Because on the TV showing, whatever the fuck that was, it was just a white line.
A white,
that you had to run up, and it exploded.
And those are the plans they used to build the Death Star.
Like a handheld $8 game from Target.
That's what I'm saying. Those are the plans to build the Death Star, too.
Right?
So...
And so Han's like, yo, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I got my dough, which you would think where he's near his ship, all those suitcases are money.
You have to imagine. He got something. Supplies, money, something.
Something. Maybe meth?
Yeah, he's a smuggler.
Yeah, so...
And she calls him out for it. She's like, you're just such a fucking asshole.
And he's sort of looking at her like, bitch, what the fuck have you been to me since minute 1? You've been a bunned up cunt.
Yeah.
That's all you've been.
And I saved you. I saved you. You have no right to tell me this shit.
And then Luke comes and fucking lectures him.
Right? He's like, come on, man. I just met my friend, and he was like, we were sitting there talking. I was like, man, I can shoot rats back at home. And Han Solo's like, bro, what are you talking about? And he's like, fine, just fucking stop talking, and I'll help you guys out, I guess. But I'm really not going to.
And Luke just gives him that shit. He's like, I think sarcastically and to sort of ridicule him, was like, hey, man, may the Force be with you. Like, I know you have no fucking chance. But may the Force be with you.
Yeah, he's
you
like...
fucking asshole.
He's like, and also with you.
And Luke just started giving him this look like, fuck you, man.
He's like, Luke, the Force, bruh.
And Han Solo, when he was at that briefing, he looked super hammered. Maybe that's why he was trying to go. He's like, dude, I'm about to have a fucking hangover. Like, I need to go home.
Yeah, right?
Chewie's over there smashing bottles. Like, he's not even drinking anymore. He's just smashing bottles on his head.
And then, like, weird, romance starts popping out.
Yeah, right?
Well, we don't even know that they're brother and sister yet, like in this movie, so I guess they have to set up some sort of... There's no love. Like, he was just sort of stalkerish. It was like when you see your favorite porn star. He's like, I saw a girl in a video, and I fucking fell in love, and I had to go get her.
Right?
He was Borat with Pamela Anderson. He's just like, I'm going to re-kidnap her.
So they all load up, right? They have a pilot called Porkins, and I laughed because he was fat.
Oh, they also have Luke's fucking, I guess that was Cassian's cousin or something? That Luke knew from...
Yeah, he rode in on a horse, and he milked it, and then he drank it.
He's like, my friend Luke, we're going to fly into the Argentinian skies.
He was like, hey, man, what's up, man? That weed sucked you got from your fucking hometown, man.
He's like, this is where I used to buy my weed from.
What do you mean? Look at your weed. Your uncle sucked. He whipped me off. He charged me $200 an ounce.
This is garbage.
I robbed him. I did. I admit.
I did. I took his wife.
And yeah, fuck that Argentinian guy. Except for he didn't look like he played for the Spurs. He actually looked like he played for the Argentinian team.
He had a mustache too, though.
Like, he turned down the NBA contract because he loves Argentina so much. Yeah, so they go off and, shit goes down.
Flying, bang, bang, bang. People blow up. I think Porkins dies.
They all try and get to the G-spot.
Essentially, they're trying to tickle it.
Yeah.
And it's funny.
That shit was funny because every time, this is what I will admit, sometimes Star Wars comes through as far as being like a war movie. Because sometimes the commands of the military is kind of cool to watch. Like when they're trying to hit the G-spot and Darth Vader pulls up with his fleet. And he's like, here, enter the G-spot. Go in attack motion.
Right,
like,
but what's cool is...
they're like, it's fake every time they show them, like, swinging around in their fucking their seat and shit.
They're just in a fucking, like, not even in a vibrating seat.
They're somehow moving. Their nose is bleeding from, like, getting shot. Even though it did not touch them at all.
What's funny, too, is, like, it's the same scene 3 times.
Yeah.
It's an attack run, people get shot and die. It's an attack run, people get shot and die. And at the third time is when Han Solo decides to come back because he finally sobered up. And he shoots Darth Vader.
He's like, I gotta eat some bread, bruh. I gotta eat some bread. Yeah, he shows up, he saves the day.
Because he shoots Darth Vader.
But of course he doesn't shoot Darth Vader. Darth Vader just sort of like flails
No, he shoots
off.
another dude and it crashes into Darth Vader, right?
Yeah, Darth Vader's like, ah!
And that's when fucking Obi-Wan comes out. He's like, Luke, I've been thinking about you. Use the Force. Just take your dick out.
And he's like, fine. See, I'll just use the Force. I won't make any sense. I'll just use the Force. I don't make any logical sense. I'll shoot it from 800 yards away instead of like 20 feet.
And I hope it'll do a banking curve into the hole for whatever reason.
He had a fucking wanted shot, bro.
Right? So
like he curved around Angelina Jolie's pussy and fucking made it.
And I like how they just showed the general like standing there staring off in fucking space, the general of the Death Star before it blows up.
Yeah.
He's just standing there with his arms behind his back like, no wonder what I'll...
Well, R2 gets blasted too.
R2 gets clapped.
And as they show when they, after all is said and done and Luke destroyed the Death Star, they're sort of like R2, they're like, oh, is he all right? And even C-3PO's panicking, even though he fucking hated the motherfucker the whole movie.
Yeah.
C-3PO's like, I'll give my dick if it means he has to be there. He can be alive. And Luke's like, it's all right. He'll be fucking cool. And everyone's like, yeah, fuck R2, even though like he came through for all of us. Like,
right? He's like, he's the only reason you're alive, but just for real, just stop fucking with R2. Like, he was the backup.
Yeah.
He was a round 2 pick. He's Draymond Green of droids.
Yeah. Does everything for the team.
And does whatever he wants and is super vocal about hating on other people.
That's true. And then they have their Mario Kart celebration. I thought the princess was going to come out and fucking pass out fucking silver ribbons and shit.
Yeah, they put them on different sized pedestals for fucking first through third.
And this is how you could tell Star Wars had no like hopes of being a sequel. Because this movie actually ended.
Yeah, it was over.
As opposed to most Star Wars movies. This actually ended.
Because nowadays, the way we would think was like, Darth Vader didn't die. They can continue the story because we're so used to it. But back then, it didn't matter.
You didn't need to kill the villain.
Yeah, you didn't have to, as long as the goal was achieved.
Yeah.
And that was...
It was a hokey religion, a hokey movie, hokey characters.
Hokey fucking director.
Super hokey director.
Skywalker Ranch, that was his first big purchase. It was the name of a fucking ranch after Luke Skywalker.
Right?
It's like, because I thought of him, man. I basically stole other people's stories and movie ideas and put them into my own and called it Skywalker.
So at the end of the day, like, I mean, I liked it. It didn't really bother me. It's super rewatchable. That I'll give. The plot moves along pretty. It flows well. Just flows well.
That was a great
Although it's
flow.
slow, there isn't like super amount of action, but the action actually like is warranted.
Yeah.
For what the story is going, and the characters are great. They're all scumbags. They're all jawing at each other. She's a cunt. Han Solo's a thug. Luke's a fucking pothead that was stuck at home. Didn't care about his dead parents. Obi-Wan's a fucking comes off as a molester. C-3PO's a gay robot. R2-D2 is Draymond Green for the team.
He is Draymond Green.
And you fuck with it all. And Darth Vader has a dick for a head.
Big old dick.
And he's a dick. So it just all makes it sort of like fun as opposed to this like drama heavy movie, which like I think Marvel sort of took after for the Marvel movies. It's just the lightheartedness, but keep the characters interesting while you're being lighthearted and funny.
Exactly.
And I think that's what makes this movie so great. Is like, because this isn't really for kids to me.
No.
I mean, it's sort of just like something for adults to laugh at. I felt was like,
yeah, essentially it's just goofy.
Yeah, it's just goofy as fuck. It's like,
and as an adult, like a young adult, when you watch it, it's just goofy and funny, and it's it's not too hard to fucking palate, and it's literally, this movie might have actually like stood the test of time. If you can go back and take out the new CGI they put in. Like,
right, I'm good off that bullshit.
Because that lost me every time they showed it.
Yeah.
But other than that, you could probably watch this movie 25 years from now, and it'll still be a solid movie.
Yeah.
Because it's just, it's not, there's no reference to anything, there's no time period, it just is what it is. It's done relatively well, as a movie, and the way it's directed and the pacing, and just the story itself is sort of timeless.
Yeah.
So it's I feel like in that regard, as much as we hate on everything, there's a reason these movies have stuck around.
That's true.
So and you see it in this one. There's no like, it's not anchored in anything other than itself. There's no fad around it. There's no like, well now there is.
Yeah.
But when it came out, there's no like fad around it. There's nothing like.
I feel
that.
like all the movies now are literally designed for toys.
Oh yeah, dude, they're making a fucking
toys and video games.
emoji movie.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
So that's why I gave it the score I did.
Yeah.
I gave it a 6.2. So yeah, let's go over our lists.
Yep.
So for the one that matters, the host, Anthony, my list. So far, number 7 for me was Attack of the Clones, 3.6. And all points go to cloning one person from a luau. And that was episode 25. Check that shit out on iTunes and fucking subscribe. You can find that bullshit on Soundcloud and Stitcher also. Now, number 6, The Phantom Menace with a 4.0. And all points of that definitely go to the bowl cut.
Yeah, it is.
Pre-Rat Tail, fuck with the bowl cut.
You give that bowl cut 4 points of inspection, and it's still beautiful.
Till he gets his butthole touched, and all of a sudden he's a fucking same person now as this
tail.
fucking leader. And number 5, A Jew's Hope with a 6.2. It was old Ben's hope. And well, and the Emperor, who is an evil Jew. With a 6.2. Phantom Menace is episode 26. So check that out.
Should I go
and
on my
New
list?
Hope is episode 27. So subscribe to fucking iTunes and you'll find them all.
Should I do my list?
Yeah, do your list, Tim. The co-host.
Not that it matters. My number 7 was fucking Phantom Menace.
Yep.
And I think they called it that because it has haunted me in my dreams ever since I rewatched it. Like, that movie's fucking trash, and I gave it a 3. And the only reason it gave it a 3 is because, honestly, like, Darth Maul.
Yeah.
You can't hate on Darth Maul. You can't hate on pod racing. That's it. That's it.
You can hate on bowl cuts and half Jamaican, half Filipino people.
Yeah.
You can definitely hate on that.
So my number 6 is Attack of the Clones. I gave it a 4. And that was for every time I wish Samuel L. Jackson would say motherfucker.
Well, and all the sand that got in Padme's vagina.
4 grains of sand that pissed
Anakin would not have
off.
sex with her if she did.
Because it's not soft.
Even though it was much of a horn dog and a rapist that he was.
And number 5 is A New Pope. And I gave it a 6.5. That was solid. I don't even fucking really hate on this movie.
Yeah.
Like, I can't. You know why?
Well, if you did, because Chewbacca would backslap you and you'd die.
Yeah.
And you can't beat him in a game either.
Yeah. And because most of the actors had a blood alcohol level of 6.5.
So, yeah. You could check the last 2 episodes out, plus Rogue One. We haven't included it in the list. We will. But check that out. That's episode 24. Rogue One, and our last 2 episodes, episode 25 and 26, Attack of the Clones and Phantom Menace. All that shit is on iTunes, and Stitcher and SoundCloud. You could find our release schedule for the next episodes for the Star Wars universe. The release schedules are on Twitter, so all the descriptions below are there to follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. We put all that bullshit up on there too, and we put all our episodes on there.
We tried.
So you can check that out too.
Yeah.
You can click on them and shit.
You can click on
It's
them
not
and it'll
that
take you back here. So just have fun with
just
that.
fucking subscribe.
Just click on all the links. Fuck.
Yeah, they're all in the description. It's good.
Just all of
and
them.
yeah.
Especially if you know someone who speaks bocce ball.
What is it? What do you mean?
Because that's what C-3PO was needed for, apparently, is to hang out with an old dude and touch his limp dick.
Well, that's what he was good for, the way he spoke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He was that classic, like, butler that would just turn an old white guy on. Oh, sir.
And C-3PO's gay.
He's super
And that's
gay.
my